Galera, it's Ohei with Jinga and Grow Strong, and today I got a treat for you. I told you I was making the Intermediate Capoeira Blueprint so that my intermediate guys can move on and have a structured blueprint for them to keep on going into advanced and become graduado or whatever they're going to do. Now, if you have your own master and your own group, great. This is just supplemental stuff. Your master will be or your teacher, or your instructor, or your professor will be the best guide for you. But this is what we do in our academy. This is what I expect from our students, our adult students. And so here we go. I'm going to make two videos. First is the fundamental requirements. This means what you have to know before you get out of the fundamentals program. Now, ideally, you should know all this before you start moving on to advanced stuff. I mean, people pick and choose. Usually, and it's usually when as they're mastering the fundamentals, they kind of cherry pick some advanced stuff to do. Yeah, they'll get better at their acrobatics, so they want to start doing more acrobatics, and that's okay. But this is what you need to know, the fundamentals of everything, okay? So I'm going to start here. That way you know an exact guideline. When you call yourself intermediate, you know that you have to master all these. I mean, not master them, but be proficient in them, at least, and know exactly what to do and understand them. Okay, let's start. Okay, let's, how do we pull this thing here? Oops, that's not it. Okay, let's start over here. Boom. The Ginga, the very most fundamental move in Capoeira is the Ginga. If you don't know how to Ginga, you're not Capoeira, okay? So that's why my channel is called Ginga and Grow Strong. Okay, you have to know Hole. This is a very simple movement. It's the simplest way of moving, okay? Hole. And even before you learn Awu. So Hole. You got to know your basic dodges, okay? Esquiva lateral, quebrada, and even cocorina. Cocorina is kind of outdated, but I still use it. It's cool and it's easy to teach. I mean, this is one of Mestre Bimba's first, the dodges that are on all his sequences of the cocorina, and many people use them. Okay, you got to know your three basic circular kicks: Quixada, Armada, Meia Lua de Compasso, and even Passa Pé, which is, most groups call this Meia Lua de Frente. So you got to know these are the basic ones. How to do them out of Ginga, how to do them at least from the front, but also maybe from the back. And we're not having mastery yet till we get to, we teach artists to do it from the front first, okay, all these spinning kicks, and then in time from the back. But either way, I mean, we'll build there when we get to intermediate program. The basic kicks of our straight kicks, okay, Bensao is your front push kick, pontapé, or most people call this martello in most groups. We call it pontapé, and this is your roundhouse kick, okay? And you have to learn how to do this out of Ginga. This is your step behind side kick, okay? Step behind side kicks. When you turn sideways, walk behind, and then you give a side kick and you smash something, okay? So peace out. And how to do this out of Ginga? Always, everything out of Ginga. That's why that's the first one. Okay, so queda de rins. This is that little elbow stall thingy. Now, I don't really care at the basic level. If you could just do the balled up, that's great. Balled up or get on there and stick, that's all I care about. Because as you go through the intermediate program, you'll learn all these other ones. But these are just as good though. So at fundamentals, you at least got to know what these are. Negativa de Angola push-ups. Okay, these are a type of queda de rins. And then the Meia Lua and Quixada push-ups. If you don't know what these are, I have a Ohei's Capoeira Ground Game System Part 1. It tells you how to build up all the strength, and it uses these three over and over again as exercises, as push-ups to strengthen yourself and give you that ground game. Okay, cool. Now let's talk about acrobatics in the fundamental program. Very simple. Remember, these are just you're a beginner or you're a fundamental. You're just starting. So, Awu is your cartwheel. Macaco is your monkey flip from the ground, and Bananeta is your handstand. So these are very basic stuff that you learn in the fundamental program. Once you're able to have proficient use of these, then you can move on to the intermediate program. Okay, let's talk about takedowns. All right, there's only two that we use. How to do Vinga Chiva, which is the hip toss. Is the capoeira hip takedown, and Hasta is the leg sweep when you touch the front floor. And that's all we really ask you in the first year, to know how to do these on a resting opponent. Okay, someone who's just there in a half a Ginga position and know exactly how to do them and attempt the takedown and do the takedown on a resting opponent. Okay, we'll talk about the other stuff in a little while. That's it. These are all the techniques that you need to learn. Okay, and we'll talk about music here in a little while. Last, actually, by yourself. Now, once you know these by yourself, these are all the stuff that you could practice by yourself, right? So, but there's another side of it. It's what about having proficiency of using them on resisting opponents? So now we're going to talk about partner work in the fundamental program. So in the fundamental program, You have to know how to jingle with a partner. Those two different types. Regular is the majority of the stuff and moves you're going to be doing when you're synced up with your partner. It means when he's north, you're north. When you're south, he's south. And it's basically just following along, almost mirror side. Cross jingle is when you're opposite side. When you jingle right, he jingles to left, and then back, so on and so forth. So cross jingle is okay. It's more of the advanced stuff, but some groups learn it right away. They teach their students right away. So it's not a bad thing to know, but most of your stuff, at least how to jingle with a partner, regular style. Okay, let's talk about, as moving along, talking about dodges with a partner. Now, dodges with a partner, you should be able to use each dodge, esquiva, the same ones we went over there on the other side, esquiva, esquiva lateral, quebrada, cocoín, to all the kicks. Learn how to dodge esquiva to quixada, armada, meia lua, martello, okay, bensao, and even your side kick pisao. This one's a little bit funny, but you can kind of get at least attempt with esquiva. And the same thing with esquiva lateral to all the kicks. Quixada, armada, meia lua, martello, bensao, and pisao. Same thing with quebrada, your sideways turn. All the kicks. Quixada, armada, meia lua, martello, bensao, and pisao. Cocorinha, okay, that's the little mestra bimba dodge. Same thing to all the kicks. Quixada, armada, meia lua, martello, bensao, and pisao. So this, now you start to see why we build them and why it takes kind of a while to learn the fundamentals in a year. Because once you learn them by yourself, then you got to use them with a partner, learn how to dodge them straight. Okay, and of course this is with jinga. Okay, when they're going to jinga, they do a quixada at you, you dodge a esquiva. Okay, same thing. You jinga the armada, esquiva, whatever. So we got to show mastery, at least proficiency in that. Moving along with the rest of our partner work. How to weave circular kicks. Now this means following and crossing. So this means how to quixada with a partner. I throw quixada, he throws quixada, and we're weaving quixadas. Armada, same thing. I do armada, he does armada. Following. If you don't know what that is, you should maybe I'll make a video, but there's two different concepts. Following, when I throw a kick one way, and my partner throws the same, going the same direction, right after me. Okay, same thing with all these three kicks. Now crossing is the same thing, is different. It's the opposite side. So if I throw an armada to the right, he dodges and crosses me with an armada going to the left. That's what's crossing. Okay, across my face, across my head, across my body. And the same thing, all the three kicks, learn how to do them with a partner, quixada, and they cross. Armada, and they cross. Melu, and then they cross. Okay, now you're understanding how we're building up our fundamental program. Okay, now's the part. First we learn the fundamentals, and then we start using them with a partner in very simple sequence. Okay, let's talk about counter kicks. This means when someone throws a kick, I dodge and I kick them with a straight kick. They throw usually a circular kick, I dodge and I counterattack them with a straight kick. For example, okay, these are our three basic straight kicks in the fundamental program. Open these up. That means if someone throws a quixada, I dodge sideways and I give a bensao. Okay, someone does an armada, the same thing. I kick him with bensao. I do a certain dodge and kick him with all these. Okay, I kick him with bensao. So the same thing. He does a quixada, armada, meia lua. I can dodge and hit him with a martello. Same thing. They do quixada, armada, meia lua. I should be able to dodge and hit him with a side kick, pisao. Walk behind side kick, pisao. Good. Okay, I think we're following along. I think we're kind of understanding how we're building our program. Okay, almost done here. Two more. Let's talk about the takedowns. We were only required earlier about 2 takedowns, Hasteta and Vingativa. Now, the same thing like above, like we do everything. You have to learn how to do this as a foot sweep when you touch the front and you've holayed through it. Okay, so if they do a quixada, I have to learn how to Hasteta that. And this one's probably the harder one because there's a leg that's in the way. There's a timing window in the quixada to hit them with the Hasteta, but you got to learn how to do that. Armada's a little bit easier to read. Melu de Compasso is very easy to read. They take a big step, put their hands on the floor. Okay, and then Hasteta to Martello. This means they're throwing that roundhouse kick, that pontapé at you. You should be able to Hasteta them. Pasapé or Melu de Franchi. You should be able to Hasteta them. Pisao. This is a little bit trickier because there is a block here, but you can still Pisao. You can still Hasteta them. You can still take them down. The leg sweep. And then Bensao also. So these two are a little bit harder because they're coming right at you, but very possible. Very possible. And we train it. Okay, let's talk about the Vingativa. The Vingativa is the hip takedown. Now, if you want a Vingativa mastery course, guys, I have one. I can put a link in the description. It's pretty awesome. It's very thorough in all the different ways how to use this takedown. It was one of my first products, digital products and trainings, and it has mind maps, has dozens of videos. It's pretty sweet. Vingativa to against Quixada, Armada, and Melu, your circular kicks, and then how to do it on only one of the, because it doesn't really make sense on the other kicks, but one straight kick is the roundhouse kick, the Martello. When they kick Martello, you dodge, and they put their leg back, then you can hit them with Vingativa, the hip takedown. Awesome. So this is what it looks like, guys. We have one last thing to talk about in the fundamental program, the fundamental requirements before moving on to the intermediate program or the intermediate blueprint, which I'll explain. And I do have what's called the leadership program or lideranza, where it's intermediate to advanced stuff. I use it for only my guys, for my students, but I want to make one for everyone. So I'll be coming out with an intermediate moves, like kind of like the fundamental program. It'll be the intermediate program for everybody, because this other one is kind of like secret timings and pretty cool stuff. Anyway, we'll get on with that later. Okay, so what are you responsible for music in the first year capoeira? Not much. Okay, we understand. People understand that Brazilian Portuguese, or Brazil, it's a different culture, and masters understand and teachers understand that if you're non-Brazilian, that this is foreign to you, that it's going to take you a little bit longer. But most people are drawn to capoeira because of the music, and they have some kind of musical, acuity. That being said, still we keep it low. We keep it low. People like the cool moves. Maybe they're not that musical, so you got to learn how to clap, the three clap. Now the palma de bimba is what we use. Palma de bimba, clap, 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 clap. Clap, clap, clap. Palma de terreiro is the samba clap. Depends on what group that you're in. You may use this first. You may use terreiro first, but this is what we teach our guys first: is the palma de bimba. The palma de terreiro goes like this: clap, clap, tap, 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 tap. Very clave. Okay, the pandeiro, which is the capoeira tambourine. How to play that? Cadência. And as far as the music, you have to learn how to certain choruses only, which are the responses. Okay, and sing 12. It's only one a month. Now, in our program, we learn four to 8 a month, but you have to have at least 12 solid you're solid in over the year. And of course, you'll have more, but this is a minimal requirement. Okay, at least 12, because when you do your testing, you'll sing 4 for the first 6 months. You'll recite 4, and then on the second one, you'll just do 8. So that's, I just add them together. 4 plus 12 is 8, so you should have that. That's only one. Okay, so there we go, guys. I hope this was very helpful. Look for I do have the other one, which is called the Intermediate Capoeira Player Blueprint, or the Capoeira Intermediate Blueprint. So I wanted to do it in 2 videos. So now this is what you should know before you move on to the blueprint. Now I'm going to make the other video. I'll do it here in the next couple days. I'm still waiting for my student. I'll probably have my son help me so we can finish that movement. What's it called? The movement mini course that we're working on with the Escapa and the Giro de Costa. So for now, guys, I hope this was very helpful. Put in the comments below if it was, or anything else that I missed or that you may have wanted to know about, and I'll go do that. Don't forget to take the 90-second survey. That really helps of giving the information that you want to see and that you want to hear on this channel. And that's exactly why I've been putting out a lot more content, because I know exactly what you want and I'm giving it to you. So there's that. If you make sure that you get the fundamentals of capoeira, that's what I'm talking about here. So if you don't have it, you don't know what I'm talking about, you thought this was very what's it called, very informative, then get the fundamentals of capoeira. I'll put the link below. It's basically an encyclopedia of moves for the first 12 months of Brazilian capoeira. Get my free course. It's the O'Hays Capoeira Home Training course. I'll put the link below as well. I'll put the Vingativa Mastery and any of the other courses down below. I hope this was helpful, guys. We'll see you on the next one. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. All right, see you next time, galera. Ginga and grow strong.